Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks so much for tuning in. So today we're going to be talking about a little post that I put up on the Non-Airbrush Me Instagram page this morning, and it was about getting you guys to think about a part of your body that you may not necessarily like or you feel insecure about, and turning those negative thoughts into positive thoughts and thinking about how that part of your body is purposeful for you and it's good for you. So for example, I said that I'm not much of a fan of my tummy at the moment. It's a bit bloated, it's a bit jiggly for my liking, and you know, I've just had some stuff going on, some intolerances and things like that I'm working through, but ideally I would like my tummy to be a little bit more toned. But in saying that, I'm at a point in my life where I'm looking at having kids, and so I look at my stomach and I think, wow, you know, how cool is it that this part of my body is one day going to carry my children? And so that is how I choose to think about my tummy when I'm having those negative thoughts. So I got you guys to start thinking about that, and I was overwhelmed with the responses that I got, and I'm going to share them with you soon. But just having a bit of a chat about that topic. So this is the whole point of this Non-Airbrush Me movement. It's much more than a body positive movement in terms of looking at embracing our flaws, embracing our curves, loving our scars. That is all part of it, absolutely 100%. But I want women to think about their bodies on a deeper level. And my passion and drive for this vision has come from my own life experiences as a nurse and living with a disability, and the gratitude that I have for my body these days, and how what I see every day. So I work full-time, and my role is supporting people who've been severely injured in transport accidents. So every day I'm going out and I'm meeting people that may not be able to talk, they may not be able to walk, you know, they rely on somebody to feed them, they rely on somebody to support them with every aspect of the things that we take for granted. So getting up in the morning and going and having a shower, for example, or you know, dropping the kids off at school, going and getting breakfast, going out for a coffee with girlfriends. Like, these are the sort of things that I'm talking about. And when I'm saying that every day, I'm constantly reminded of how grateful I am for my body. I've also, with my multiple sclerosis that I live with, I've had times where I've been paralyzed or I've been blind, I've had foot drop, and I've lost function of parts of my body, which has been so incredibly scary for me. And so when I've regained that function, I've looked at those parts of my bodies and I've thought, wow, you know, it's a miracle that they've recovered, and it's a miracle that I can walk. And so when I look at the cellulite on my legs or the stretch marks on my hips, I think, well, hang on a sec, like, my legs walk, like, I can walk, I can function, I don't rely on people to help me get around every day. So how bloody lucky am I for that? And that is what I want people to start thinking about when they think those negative thoughts about their bodies. Think about the people that that may not be so fortunate to you know, to be living life as independently as you are, and think about what it would be like to, you know, lose function of your arm when you complain about your bingo wings, or think about next time you go to complain about the size of your ass. Think about the people that don't, you know, they're confined to wheelchairs every day. That's what I want people to start thinking about with this movement. So what I wanted to share with you guys was some of the comments that I had on Instagram, which are so amazing. And so let's go from the top. I don't like my hips and thighs because they are too big, but my boyfriend thinks I'm sexy as anything and it makes me look strong. Amazing. You've got an amazing supportive partner, and that is incredible. And it's so important. Like I've put on probably 15 kilos since I've been with my partner, and the way he looks at me has not changed in the slightest. If anything, I think he's more attracted to me because with my increased weight, I've increased my confidence, and that's the sexiest thing of all. So another little one. So I hate my tummy, but I'm happy that I'm able to eat lots of nice things without getting sick. So this is someone that's obviously had some, some issues with feeling unwell with certain foods and things, which is such a common problem in our society, food intolerances and things like that. My back and my arms, that squishy part where they meet my torso, I hate the roll I get over my bras, but those arms let me give hugs and cuddles and let me carry and move things. And that back, it's carried a lot over the years, but it's still strong and it helps me stand upright and keep moving forward. What's a little arm squish compared to all of that? Exactly. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Bang on. Because some people have broken backs and some people, can't lift things, and people live with back pain every day. So, when we go to complain about our fat rolls on our back, think about people like that. What else have we got here? My tummy, but when I put my hands on it, I really love the way it feels, and so does my fiance. It's good for cuddles. Love that. And goes back to what I was saying before about feeling confident in a relationship with someone that embraces all of you. Obviously the love that you have for yourself is paramount, and it has to come first, but you need to be in a relationship with someone that that accepts you the way that you are and loves you exactly the way you are, because trust me, I've been there before and I've done all that sort of crap, and I just look at those guys that I was with back then and I think, what absolute losers, seeing me on such a superficial level. My boobs, they're non-existent. I resort to wearing 2 padded bras when I go out sometimes, but I can also get away with wearing tiny crop tops, so I guess it's not all that bad. Again, we've all got different body shapes, and I love this because I often look at pear-shaped women and I think, oh, I love their bodies, and like when people say, oh, I've got no boobs or whatever, people that have massive boobs like me, people that don't have them want them, and then people that have big boobs don't want them, and that there's pros and cons with both. And I just look at pear-shaped women and I'm like, booties like there's no tomorrow. It's so sexy. So love your pear-shaped body, it's awesome. My love handles, I have no hips, or so they just awkwardly go out, is where I carry most of my fat, but they are soft and squishy, so that's neat. True. My teeth, they're a train wreck and eyesore, but you get used to looking at yourself in the mirror every day. There are ways to have a good smile around it. And you know what? That's an important point. There's parts of our body that we can't change, and it's not about obsessing about not liking that. It's about working with it and working around it in ways that make us feel better about ourselves. My arms, they're disproportionately large, but since starting to lift weights, they've taught me so much about the strength I never knew I had, physically and otherwise. Awesome. I just had a breast reduction. I'm going to love my scars. It might take work, but I'm going to love them. So that's an amazing perspective too. Somebody that is not quite there on that self-love journey yet, but has that positive mindset of working towards that. And that's critical. I don't like my jelly roll tummy, but I like that I've been eating healthy enough to get it after being far too skinny. So important. Obviously this is someone that might have had some issues with eating and maybe a disorder of some type. So to have overcome that and to be on the other side of that and looking at it in a positive way is amazing. And I don't like my tummy like most women. However, I'm been taking steps every day to love it more. I love it for being a soft spot for my dogs to sleep on. So true. My little cavoodle Albert is obsessed with my jiggly tummy. He loves it. So that's such a great way to look at it. Anyway, guys, so thanks so much for tuning in today. I hope that this little clip has given you some insight into not only a bit more of an understanding of what this movement's about, but just really getting those positive vibes, you know, getting you thinking about those parts of your bodies that you may have been critical of, and turning that into a different light and trying to see them in a positive way. So until next time, thank you, and stay tuned, because the Non-Airbrush Me organic apparel is going to be released very soon. So you're going to love it, and it's going to be your way of, you know, rocking these t-shirts every day and showing the world how much of a part of this movement you are. So thanks. See you later. Bye-bye.